Check this out. These are called Safe Haven baby boxes, and it's a service that started in Woodburn, Indiana by Monica Kelsey. And her goal is to have Safe Haven baby boxes in all 50 states by the year 2025. So Monica, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so your baby boxes are saving lives. You've witnessed it. Explain how they work.
So the Safe Haven baby box is installed in fire stations and hospitals. Basically, we cut a hole out of the side of the firehouse and we slide the box in so that the outside of the baby box is on the outside of the building and the inside of the baby box is on the inside. And then when a parent walks up to one of these boxes, all she has to do is open the door, place an unharmed newborn inside, shut the door, and walk away. These boxes are calling 911 on their own. They're heated. They also have a cooling feature on them. And these babies are picked up right about 2 minutes after the parent places them inside.
How did you come up with this idea?
So I was actually on a speaking tour in Cape Town, South Africa, and I just happened to be walking into a church there, the only church in Cape Town, South Africa that had what they called a baby safe. And as a firefighter and a medic, I knew about the Safe Haven law, but I'd never seen anything like this before. And so on the flight back from Cape Town, South Africa on a Delta napkin, I handed her my version of the baby box and then, brought it to America and started the uphill battle of getting people to understand that a baby box is not a good option. It's only a good option if the other option is a dumpster or a trash can. And so we want people to understand that our goal is to keep babies safe. We want the parent to choose something better. And that's why we're here.
I imagine that some people just might not be able to go to that brain space, but I know that you understand it.
I do. To get you to understand the passion and why I work so hard for these parents, I literally have to take you back to, August of 1972, when a young 17-year-old girl was brutally attacked and raped and left along the side of the road. And she was strong enough to press charges against the man who had raped her, and he was arrested and charged, and then she finds out she's pregnant. And, she was hidden for the remainder of the pregnancy, and then she gave birth in April of 1973 and abandoned her child 2 hours after that child was born, and that child was me. So I stand on the front lines of this movement as one of these kids that wasn't lovingly and safely and legally and anonymously placed in a Safe Haven baby box. But today, I look at a purpose for me of bringing hope out of abandonment and allowing these parents a safe place for their child, for a safe place for these infants to fall. And these parents are trusting us, and we're saving lives. I actually found my biological mother when I was 37 years old. And before meeting her, what my adoptive parents were told was that my birth parents were young, in love, and couldn't care for me. And that's the story that was told to them to keep me protected and safe from the truth. And so when I met my biological mother, it was quite the shock, as anyone can imagine. But it did shape me. I had to. This is where I struggle, because I had to go find my worth. My parents, my adoptive parents, grounded me in faith. And so I went back to my faith and found my purpose and my calling. And so now you see the reaction to that of Safe Haven baby boxes across this country.
When you posted on TikTok, were you surprised how viral you became so quickly back in 2021?
I am floored. I wasn't one that wanted to do a TikTok, but my boy was like, this is a really good app for the generation that needs to hear our message. And so I did the very first TikTok, and we're at like 27 million views. And I was like, oh my gosh, like what is happening? We just posted one last month, and it's at almost 50 million views. And so, yes, there are some people that are like, what do you mean we're putting babies in boxes and all of this stuff? But then there's people that I'm educating. And I think the baby boxes are becoming more pertinent because of TikTok and us being out there advocating for these parents to do something safe.
So the big question I know all of our viewers will be asking is if Alabama has a baby box yet, and if not, how do we get one?
So, no, Alabama does not have any baby boxes yet, but contact us. I mean, most states are passing legislation. Mississippi just passed, the governor just signed. We will be launching in Mississippi. We have a box in Ocala, Florida. Tennessee has boxes. We're literally launching all over the country. And I think people are seeing the hope that's coming out of abandonment. When you look at the lives that are being saved in these boxes and these parents' lives that are going on, we're bringing hope. And, we don't criticize, we don't judge, and we don't shame because we don't know their story. And so what we do is just offer hope and offer a hand. In Indiana, prior to baby boxes, we were finding 2 dead infants in our state every year. And we launched in April of 2016 at my firehouse in Woodburn, Indiana. And we haven't had a dead infant in our state since, and we've had 25 infants in our boxes since November of 2017. And so when you look at those stats and you look at what we've done just in one state, think of what we can do across the country. So every state in America has a safe haven law. So every hospital across this country, a parent can walk into and hand a child to a worker at any hospital in America. In Alabama, a child has to be 72 hours old or younger and delivered to a hospital and handed to that personnel at the hospital. But Alabama does have a safe haven law. It's been on the books for many years, and it is saving lives. Christ works in mysterious ways. And, I look at my life now, going back all of these years, and, I graduated high school. I joined the United States military. I spent 8 years defending my country. And then I learned firefighting in the Navy. I was in the Navy, and I got out of the military and I joined the fire service and became a medic and a firefighter. And I look at my life now and I look back and I think how Christ had a hand in all of this, because I needed to know the inside of a firehouse to be able to do what I do today. And then meeting my biological mother when I was 37 years old, that wasn't an accident. That was Christ putting me in that place at that time so that I could have empathy for the parents that utilize our services today. I will never judge a parent. I will never shame a parent. I think I gained the empathy that I needed when I met my biological mother, because prior to that, I probably would have been one of those people that didn't have the empathy that I needed. And so all of these years looking back, I was on a road from the very beginning.
Incredible. I've got a feeling you're going to be hearing from people in Alabama wanting to get some of your boxes in our state, and then we're going to have to do a follow-up conversation.
I'd be happy to. Well, and if you want to do a story, sometime about some of the parents that adopt our babies, we have some of the families that are very vocal about how Safe Haven Baby Boxes helped their family become a family. And so being able to see the lives of these kids grow up happy and healthy and loved just fills my heart every single day.
60 seconds.
Courtney Crown, Fox 59 News.